first-round competition in Richmond, Virginia on the TNT Monster Truck Challenge. Scott Douglas, Army Armstrong, and Chris Chapman with you as we look at Scott Stevens and his Auto Value King Crunch, a truck that lost a lot of that front sheet metal in a run at Louisville a week ago. His opponent is arch nemesis, Bigfoot number 4, John PIANT, back trying it today. And PIANT gets the win as Crunch is in trouble at the end of the course and ends up on the wall. Scott Stevens and the Auto Value King Crunch was straight, it looked like, coming to the end of the run, but bang, went into the wall, and that just goes to show you how tight this course is and how one little mistake is going to throw you into some big, big problems. The win, as you can see on the left of your screen, is Bigfoot, but on the right, Stevens comes off the cars just a little bit and ends up right smack against the wall. Luckily for Scott Stevens, the truck stopped at that location and didn't go over.
On a run like that, John, you know, what do you do? Did you have any idea he was in trouble?
No, I didn't. I was concentrating on keeping my truck in a straight line. I really didn't even know where he was at.
How big a problem is that tonight? You guys seem to be taking some awfully strange bounces out there.
Yeah, I think the walls being in so close was really scaring everybody, and they were concentrating very hard into staying in a straight line. And I don't know, some of the cars are kind of a little funny, and you're getting a lot of bad bounces out there.
Let's talk about those walls. They're close. Are you guys overcompensating? Is that what keeps making you go to the middle? Because the left lane's going to the right lane's going to the left. The only difference is the walls are on the outside of this track.
Yeah, I think I definitely favor another truck instead of the wall. I think everyone is kind of going towards the inside.
John PIANT's Bigfoot got the win with a nice straight shot. There's the truck that got into trouble. The Auto Value King Crunch out of Texas and Scott Stevens. Chris Chapman's working her way over to see what happened to Scott Stevens and the Auto Value King Crunch special.
Some awful bad luck out there for you against Bigfoot.
Yeah, it was, 2 weeks in a row. I guess, you know, had too good of a year going, you know. We know bad luck will get you every once in a while. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little worse than it was. At least the truck, the back dry shaft braking kept it from maybe going over.
The wildly popular Gravedigger monster truck, Dennis Anderson from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Dennis has had so many mechanical problems this year, but a new Gravedigger is on the way. Eventually, lighter, better handling. Army Armstrong earlier found out about the timetable.
Okay, Dennis, this is your time of the year, really. You get outside, you get to really leg that big motor, but where's all the emphasis going to be? You going to try to put time into this truck, or are you going for the new truck?
Well, really, I've got to do both. It's hard trying to keep this truck together. The truck is so heavy, really, and the suspension's not really soft enough on it. The new truck is 4-link, and it takes a lot more, a lot more work and time involved in the new truck. But it's just hard. It's hard to do it, trying to run this truck and get the new one going too. So we're just gonna keep battling at it, and hopefully in 8 weeks the new truck will be ready for some testing.
First round action at Richmond, Virginia now. Gravedigger against Marvin Smith and the Wild Hair Chevrolet. The early lead to the Digger. Some bouncing going on, but Dennis Anderson wins it while Marvin Smith is way off course. And Marvin's had a problem staying in his own lane lately. You may remember his incident with the Clydesdale in Dallas earlier here on ESPN. Let's watch it again. It is the Gravedigger with the easy victory over Marvin Smith's Wild Hair. There's Dennis. He's with Army Armstrong. Army?
Dennis, an awfully wild run. You're notorious for making those wild, wild shots. This seems like it would not be the track for you, but you look like you're just at home out there.
Well, really, I'm not running the truck hard at all. I'm coming off the line in second and I slip it right in drive, and I just I'm pushing the throttle down about a little over a half inch. I'm just holding it right there and trying to ride the course out. It's a pretty rough track. We haven't even powered into it yet, and if I can make it last to the finals, if that's what it takes, then I'll do it in the finals.
Let me ask you a question. This is the first time I've had a chance to ask you this question this year because it's going into the second round and you're still involved in this thing. Are we looking at a new Dennis Anderson? We thinking a little bit before we go to the line? Because it doesn't look like you got it on full kill.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking a little bit, but on this course here, it looks like everybody's running pretty easy. I looked at the qualifying times and know how long this course is, and I thought it was some pretty slow times, so all I want to do is try to stay ahead of the next guy.
Interesting that Wild Hair got out of his lane, back up, and will now finish this race course. And because of other problems, he'll actually come back in the quarterfinals as the third fastest loser. Hey, those quarterfinals are next. Richmond Challenge. And so there's still a lot of races to be run, but yet anytime Bigfoot and Equalizer square off, it's a critical matchup. They're just so close in points, and that's what you have now. The Equalizer Chevrolet there, new paint job on the truck for Greg Holbrook as he goes up against the Bigfoot Ford. And now John Pine, it's Bigfoot number 4. Equalizer will win it. Holbrook takes the victory over John Pine and Bigfoot. Now remember, while Bigfoot 8 is sitting out this temporary ban from TNT competition, the points of Bigfoot 4 are being added to his total. So it is a critical win for the Equalizer in the point standings to get a victory head-to-head over Bigfoot. Army standing by with Greg Holbrook.
Greg, you're coming after. You're the guy to beat tonight. How's it feel?
Feels good, Army. You just got to get everything lined up perfect, and you hit them wide open just like any other track.
You just helped your national point championship chase a whole bunch by putting that other blue truck out.
You're not kidding. Don't nobody get to come back in the semifinals. No fast loser.
Battle of the Blues Brothers, and you won it tonight.
Thank you, Army.
The thing that stands out, Army, about that interview is that Holbrook is the first guy you talk to that has not talked about being scared of his track. It looked like Holbrook said, hey, just hit it hard. Here's Gary Porter coming out in the Carolina Crusher. We saw the problems earlier in the Crusher's qualifying. As he mentioned, he didn't actually bust any tires. He just knocked him off the rims, and he's back. Now in another lane, he may feel better as he goes up against the Wild Hair. 2 Chevrolets in the quarterfinals, and it's all Carolina Crushers. What Porter you can see, and Wild Hair as well, they're crisscrossing at the end because when they finish the track, they want to finish leaning to the middle, not leaning toward that wall. Wild Hair on the right-hand side of your screen, Crusher on the left, and of course Crusher gets the win. The Wild Hair truck actually got his frame broken in 2. There was so much made about him knocking Clydesdale on his roof in Dallas and the damage done to the Clydesdale. But the Wild Hair also suffered extensive damage from that crash at Texas Stadium. And as I mentioned, Marvin Smith had to completely get a new frame. That one was broken.
Smiling Marvin Smith, close but no cigar.
I'm telling you, I'm happy though. At least we got her running again. This thing's been down the dumps for a long time. It's about time for it to come back, I think. We just rebuilt the whole truck after Dallas. It's almost a whole new truck. New motor, new everything. Hopefully we can get used to it and get her straightened out and start doing good again.
Quarterfinal action featuring Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger. And, you know, we mentioned earlier, Dennis is from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Now that's where his shop and operation is. But for so many years, Dennis was identified as being from Chesapeake, Virginia. This is the area where he has probably more fans per capita, if you will, than any place in the country. They love the Digger in Richmond, Virginia, and he really wants to do well here. The opponent is the Thunder Chicken out of Catawissa, Pennsylvania. Kid Rarick drives the chicken. Close race, but Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger holds on for the very popular victory over a strong running Thunder Chicken. Watch how close the chicken makes it, and that's why. Did you see Dennis Anderson almost leave his lane? But he got it straight, completed a legal, victorious run. And now Dennis Anderson is going to talk to Army Armstrong.
Dennis, is going to be short and sweet. These guys have been laughing at you all year long, saying you lost a handle on it. I don't believe that's the case tonight.
No, well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm saving the truck. I did push a little bit harder that time because, kid there with Thunder Chicken, he just loves to bury me if he can, you know. So we've always had a little grudge going from 3 years back, so I don't want him to get an edge on me.
What about the next round? One observation I made, everybody that won this round came out of the right lane. Now, y'all can't do that next time. Somebody's going to have to go someplace different. Will that affect your driving style?
Well, it could, but, you know, I'm just going to give it the best shot in the left lane. I feel like the right lane is the best lane to shoot out of, but if not, I don't think it's going to be that much different.
When we return to the TNT Monster Truck Challenge, it's the semifinals, Equalizer versus Carolina Crusher, and Nightlife against the Gravedigger.